figure it out.
Okay, we're trying this again. I don't know what was wrong because all indications on the dashboard here said that we were live. We had video, we had audio. All indications on the oh well. Let's try this again.
Good morning, folks.
Morning. We have holiday gift ideas for you. Let's see here.
What did you guess? Well, Aaron's not here. He's on his way to Marquette to do a phone demo. It's just Ginny and I, and we're going to talk about not necessarily security and passwords, etc., but like
gifts.
she just said,
Gifts. We have gift ideas for you. We might mention the best gift later. I don't know. If you stick on, we'll see.
Right.
And by all means, if you want, I actually grabbed these from a source, and like the first one on my list is an iPad. A lot of people love those iPads. My husband loves to sit on the couch with an iPad rather than any kind of laptop or anything.
Right.
But on the link that I had, if you want it, I can get it to you. Just ask me. There were like a budget option, which was only like $320. There was one that was specifically for drawing. If you have an artist.
Yep. So let me ask you, I used to have an iPad and I loved it too. Now I just use my phone for the things that I use my iPad for, which was, Facebook and maybe email. But anyway, are there non-Apple products options besides iPads, like Androids and Google and
there are
Chromebooks and Chrome things?
There are.
Okay. So we're not going to
we're not going to give you all kinds of details. You could do your own research or just ask me for the site where I got some of these, because they actually did reviews on everything. But iPad was at the top of the list. I guess they're pretty good.
Yep.
My kids loved them when they were little. So if you have any bookworms on your list, here are some ideas that I found. A clip-on reading lamp. So they could actually clip it on their book and read in bed or whatever.
Yep.
What else is on there?
Those have been around for a long time, but I think the ones I saw, because several of my daughters were asking for books and stuff like this, they have LED lights. Hi, Michael.
How you doing?
One of our super techs, Mike Clayton, just walked through the room. And they're LED lights.
Yeah.
So they're brighter and they don't use like a tenth of the battery power. So it lasts longer and better. So, because they've been around for a while. But
yeah, there were these
new and improved
gooseneck holders too. If you have somebody that reads off of a tablet, you can get one of those gooseneck holders that like clips onto the bed, or you could get a stand for it, and that way they could just like kind of move it in front of them. All kinds of fancy stuff.
And USB lights, I believe they also are available. Like you plug in a USB port. I don't know the purpose of that, but anyway.
Yeah, you don't really need a light for your tablet because it's lit.
Correct.
But if you're reading a book, I don't know. Okay, so also for the reader on there is a Scribd subscription, and one of our techs told me about this, and it's an alternative to Audible, or not Audible. I'm sorry, Kindle. The other Amazon. I have Audible too, but Scribd, you can download a bunch of books from there, and it's like $8 a month, and so it's Scribd. What?
Are Kindles still a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
My sister has one. She loves it. She loves it. She downloads books every month.
Good.
Yeah, they are still a thing. I use audiobooks. And by the way, that Scribd that I mentioned does have audiobooks too. Lots of them. Not as many as Audible, but different ones than Audible too. So it's interesting. The third thing on my list is for cleaning. So your wife doesn't have to, or your husband.
Yeah, don't be.
My husband does a lot of cleaning. So I don't know if he would like it or not. A robot vacuum. We have one at the office. We have several at the office.
Yes.
Love them.
I do, because we set it up in an area at 5 o'clock when I leave, and I push the button and I come back in the morning and he's parked on his charging stand. We call him Robbie for whatever reason. I clean him out, he's charged up and ready to go, and I bring him to another part of the office, or you can bring it to a different room in your house, whatever, and walk away, go out to dinner, and he'll back in your house.
Yeah, it's perfect. So there's several different,
Right.
there's robot Roomba, and these are in order. There were some of them that were economical. There was also, let's see.
We have the Eufy, EUFY RoboVac.
That's the one we have, right?
Yep. That's the one we have.
And then there's Ecovacs, ECOVACS. It mops too. I was like, what?
That's
mops
pretty cool.
The floor. Can you create? There's iLife, which is evidently really good for pet hair, and the Shark self-parks.
I've seen that right when it parks.
So
I've seen the TV commercial for it, I believe.
It empties itself, which is cool too. So you don't even have to empty that
like
one.
A cat, right?
Oh my goodness. It has its own litter box.
Yeah, it does. Basically, that's what it is.
Okay, number 4 for the foodie or the baker, right?
Yep.
Mixers. That was a popular one on our employee gift list this year.
Yes, KitchenAid stand-up mixer. And the cool thing is the attachments you can get for them, like pasta machines and all kinds of other additional attachments, external attachments.
Yeah, I picked a different gift myself, but that was next on my list.
We had more than a few employees pick the mixers. 4K
TVs. I don't have anything else to say about that. TVs are always a popular gift.
And they're really, unless you go humongous, they're
coming down in price.
Yeah, they're not humongously expensive.
Which is crazy because
rare.
Everything else is going up in price.
Yeah.
So, because I did look at the 2 brands they suggested, LG and Vizio, and the prices were not bad. So, I didn't number these. What am I on? 5?
Next one. You're on the next one.
I'm on the next one. Smartwatches. And depending on what you want to use them for, if you want them to do everything, like count steps and track your workouts and
email notifications.
When
your phone is ringing.
Yeah, all kinds of things. Yeah. I mean, it'll even show, on mine, it shows me my texts. I can't read them because it's so small, but I have an Amazfit. The other ones are Fitbits, Garmin's. Garmin is really fancy if you have a runner in your family because they have a GPS.
GPS, yeah.
And they have specifically ones for runners because my son had one when he was in cross country that will actually tell you your pace as you're going. It's kind of cool. So he really liked that because he could pace himself.
Right.
A couple other brands, Apple Watches, which was on our list, Samsung and Wise. Next, smart devices.
Like light bulbs?
Plugs?
I'm not sure what those are exactly. Did you do any research on them?
I have some. I put that on my list because that was one of my stocking stuffers for my husband. And we plug our lamps into the wall. And they're programmed with Alexa.
Okay.
And
so no more.
Exactly. Yeah, no clapping, no nothing. I just say, hey, turn
Alexa,
off the lights.
Turn off.
All right. I also tell her when I'm leaving the house, I say, Alexa, I'm leaving. She turns everything off. That has a smart plug. It has to have a smart plug to turn off. And then she puts herself in an alarm mode and listens for breaking glass or anything. It's kind of weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for just being a little thing here, plugs, smart devices, it's quite amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It runs off your home Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're into the 20.
You betcha. We are.
The Buck Rogers
We're into
century.
the future. Yeah. The old, what was that? Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Two-way wrist radio it's gone way beyond that.
Oh, okay. So next on my list is earbuds.
Always popular.
Always popular.
Wired or wireless?
If you have wired ones, everybody always breaks the wires. So they can always use new ones.
Right.
So those are great stocking stuffers too. And wireless, right? Wireless chargers, speaking of wireless, and cables. like I said, everybody breaks their cables. So
Right.
I don't know. They might be utility gifts, kind of like getting a pair
Stocking
of socks.
stuffers. Stocking stuffers.
Right? Stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
And the next thing on my list I found interesting is called a Tile Slim. Right?
Yeah,
Slim,
that's what it
Tile
says,
Slim.
Tile Slim.
It's a Bluetooth tracker that you put in your wallet. Dave knows a story, and that's why he's giggling. Or Jenny lost her wallet. That would have been handy.
Yes.
I did find it eventually.
Was it in your car somewhere?
Yeah. It
Under
was
the seat or
But
something?
can you imagine if you
Yeah.
had your Bluetooth,
It
you
would have
could
found
just,
it in 2 seconds.
yeah. It's probably, I didn't read the details, but I'm like, I want one of these.
Right, because it could be your purse as well as a wallet. I mean,
Yeah.
And honestly, you could put it in any device.
Yeah.
The problem, I shouldn't say problem, but you have to understand Bluetooth is way shorter range.
That's true.
So you might have to walk around your house going.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello.
You have to be within so many feet
Yeah.
to see it, but it is quite a long range. I mean, considering.
Exactly.
But because I remember with my Bluetooth earbuds, I could be in the other room and still
Right. You don't need
hear.
line of sight.
But if I went into the next room, like the third one around the corner and through,
Right.
it would break up.
Right.
So there's definitely a limit.
It's not, let me put it this way, it's not as have good a range as Wi-Fi.
Right.
But unlike infrared, which nobody does infrared anything hardly, which infrared needs line of sight. So just a little tip for today.
I bet they make those trackers for like remotes and stuff too.
Yeah, you could
Or keys.
put it anywhere, right?
Right?
Put it in your shoes and take
Okay.
it on the side of your glasses.
The last on my list was a mini drone.
Yep.
Which is cool. And that was a popular one on our employee list. And speaking of employee list, the top 2 on our list were a VR headset and the robot cleaner, right?
And unfortunately, we don't have Aaron here to demonstrate how to look
Look cool with the VR.
with the big goggles on. But
A couple weeks ago, if you go back, you'll find our video.
Aaron was walking around with those on. The mini drone, we discussed this a little bit yesterday, and Eric said the newer models have that. It's harder to lose them. They'll like come home, right?
Yeah.
You
Which
don't have
is
to
cool.
be. You don't have to be controlling it. If you don't control it, from what I understand,
It'll
it will
find
come
its
back.
way home.
Yeah,
Which is cool because
Right.
my
That's what
son,
I was leading to.
when he was younger, was using a drone that his brother gave him. Lost control of it with the wind or something. I don't know, but it's still in the woods somewhere. We have no idea.
Far,
where it
far
is.
away.
Yeah, it's gone.
You could put your Bluetooth tracker on
Right?
that thing, maybe.
That would be good. Oh,
All kinds of tech there.
of course, that was years ago. Technology's come a long way in a few years. So
Right.
that's our favorite gifts. If you have any other ideas, feel free to comment. And
Just remember,
wait, the best gift.
what's that? Before you give the best gift,
Okay.
I'm just going to give one more tip because we can't go a week without saying security. Any of these devices that need passwords, make sure you put strong passwords on them.
And multi-factor.
If it's possible, especially something that someone could access from, sitting outside your house or your next door neighbor or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I had to get my.
Well, and it kind of goes perfectly because the best gift you can give your employees is security.
Right.
So we want to keep our data safe. We want to keep our customers' data safe, and your employees want their data safe.
Yes.
So
I read a stat a couple years ago, that 60% of businesses that experience a major attack, a malicious attack, get crypto lockered, get, whatever you want to call it, go out of business within a year. So you can give your employees the best gift by having your IT with DS Tech secure, safe, and everybody keeps their job.
yes. Safe is an important word.
Right.
So, all right, make it a great day. And make sure you get on our newsletter,
There it is.
and if you need a Any questions about cybersecurity, send it to security@dstech.net, or you can ask for our download. I think they're on our website now, right? Our checklists
so.
and that for your insurance
Yep.
companies and all that good stuff. All right, make it a great day. Happy holidays. We'll see you next week. I don't know what we're talking about yet.
We'll figure something.
We'll figure something out fun because it'll be right before Christmas. So see you later.
Alrighty.